has so many narrations about how no matter what difficulties or struggles we might be facing in our lives, but we are never hopeless. And Bhagavatam is filled with so many narrations like that, so many characters. You take any example, it might be any kind of trouble, any kind of struggle, but you can see that the constant theme of Bhagavatam is that no matter what is going on in our lives, we always have hope. We always have our shelter. This is what Bhagavatam reminds us. Now, in this world, can we stop challenges? Can we stop problems? We cannot. Just like here in Boston, it's too cold. And now it is very hot. So it's extreme weather. Can you change it? Cannot. But yes, you can make arrangements by which you can remain unaffected. Like when it's too cold, then you can make arrangement. That's why here the buildings are made in a different way, all wood buildings, so that you can have proper heating system. So you are safe, right? Same way when you have summer, then you have some air conditioning fan, so you have some arrangement so that you can survive and you can live a still quite comfortable life. Even though there may be some trouble still, but you have your arrangements. Same way, in this world, the difficulties and problems of any kind, so that is not in our control to stop them altogether. Because once you are in the material world, you are subjected to miseries of this material world. Krishna is telling only Dukhalaya Shashvatam. This world is full of miseries and it is temporary. Yeah. Even if you're miserable and you say that, oh, I'm okay to have miseries and I can live like this, I still want to be with my family, even though I have miseries. But the point is that even if you want to live with your miseries also, you cannot live because it's temporary. You will be kicked out. All the situations are temporary. Even though you may still want to continue in your miserable existence, thinking, no, still I want to continue. No, you cannot. So it is full with miseries, but it is also temporary, both simultaneously. So the point is that Bhagavatam is not trying to tell us that, okay, you change this world. You try to, do things by which you don't have to face problems. No. What Bhagavatam is saying, you transcend these problems. You go beyond these problems by taking shelter of the Lord. It's like it's raining, then you can take an umbrella. So Bhagavatam is like giving an umbrella so that you don't have to get wet in the rain. It will rain, but you can have your umbrella. So these are
noise is coming. Can you hear that?
maybe your brother, I think. He was your brother?
Yes.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to wait?
No, Prabhuji, please carry. Yeah.
So the miseries will continue. So this such an episode comes in 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam also. It's called Gajendra. So Gajendra was a great king in his previous life. His name was King Indridumna. So this king, actually, he was not an ordinary person, and he has performed so much of devotional service. A great devotee, quite fit to go back to Godhead, quite fit to go to the spiritual world. Was a kind of great devotee he was. And once this king, when he was standing, he comes across Agastya Rishi. And Agastya Rishi was in meditation. Somehow, Agastya Rishi was a bit disturbed because of him. So that story comes. I can read for you. This one I will share.
There is something on Vyadhi, Jara, something.
Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi.
What is that, Prabhuji?
Janma is birth, Mrityu.
There is
Jara is
Srimad Bhagavad Gita sloka.
Jara is Budhapa, yeah. Vyadhi is the diseases.
What is that sloka, Prabhuji?
Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Doshanu, Darshanam. If somebody can perceive that birth, old age, disease, death has real problems, that person is in knowledge.
So take the chair. No, I will have sit. That's fine. That's fine. It's getting something. Yeah. Legs are.
So you can see so Gajendra in his previous birth had been a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. His name was Indradyumna, and he was the king of the Tamil country. Following the Vedic principle, this king retired from family life and constructed a small cottage in the Malayachal hills, actually. So he already retired and he went to the small cottage where he always worshipped the Supreme Personality God in silence. Then Agastya Rishi, along with many disciples, once approached King Indradyumna Ashram. Sorry, I was saying other ways. They approached. And then, but because the king was meditating, sorry, king was meditating on the Supreme Personality Godhead, he could not receive Agastya Rishi properly. So that was a mistake. Yeah. Thus the Rishi became very angry and cursed the king. So it was not his mistake. Nonsense. He was just meditating. He retired from his family and king and everything, kingship and everything. But this is how the material world is. No? Even though you don't have any mistake, still sometimes problem can happen. They have no reasons, people sometimes misunderstand. There's no reason, still people sometimes meet an accident. No mistake of this. There's no reason, still there are people who have become envious, want to pull your life. This is how this material world is. So Rishi became very angry and cursed the king to become a dull elephant. In accordance with this curse, the king was born as an elephant and he forgot all about the previous activities in devotional service. Now, why this incident happened with king? Actually, the Lord wanted to accelerate his devotional service. So Lord knew that only he may take a little more time, but by this kind of situation, he will temporarily get a setback. But he will actually then become more eager for me. So he'll come back to me. So when Lord does something to our lives, so that we take Krishna consciousness more seriously also. So we should not become very disturbed when some kinds of calamities or difficulties may come. So there are two things: problems and calamities. Problems means you can still have some kind of solution in practical world. Like say you get some fever, you can go to doctor, take some medicine, you can get cured. You know, your mobile may not work. You can go and get it repaired, or you can get another mobile. Problem is solved. So some problems, like that. Right. You get some financial problem, and you meet some more people and get some advisors, and then you can do some better job or maybe startup or something, and then you can get rid of that problem. But there is something called calamity. Calamity means what? Nobody can do anything to you. You cannot help yourself. Like suppose somebody gets fourth stage cancer. Natural calamity. Fourth stage cancer. So you're just going to die. What can you? Cannot do anything. Compulsion. Or you get some kind of major accident where you get some, or you get some brain hemorrhage. You cannot do. So calamity. Or any near and dear one dies suddenly. What can you do? You are having millions of dollars. We cannot do anything. It's called calamity. So like that, in this world, you will have problems and calamities. You cannot avoid. Right? Even you don't go for it, they come. So that's what he says, that he could not receive Agastya Rishi properly. Thus Rishi became very angry and cursed the king to become a dull elephant. In accordance with this curse, the king was born as an elephant. And he forgot all about his previous activities in devotional service. Nonetheless, in his birth as an elephant, when he was dangerously attacked by a crocodile, he remembered his past life in devotional service. So Gajendra, he was attacked by a crocodile. So that I will describe that. And that time, he was helpless. Nobody could help him. So the description comes that how Gajendra was so intoxicated, was enjoying with his family as a king of the elephants. But when he got this crisis of a crocodile catching his feet, he couldn't do anything that time. So nonetheless, in his birth as an elephant, when he was dangerously attacked by a crocodile, he remembered his past life in devotional service. Because anybody has done any devotional service previously, so that comes to his rescue actually. Because if you have done some service to the Lord, some service to devotees, some prayers you have remembered, you have chanted Hare Krishna mantra, or any kind of service you have done. So that is a permanent account. So even though sometimes temporarily you may forget, you may go away, but again Krishna will appear in your life some way or other. Some way or other you'll remember it. You'll not forget it fully. That will come again. Anybody has done something. That's why sometimes you see that some people, even though they did not have much family background of devotional service, but they come in touch with devotees at some point of time. And then they become serious devotees because probably they have done it in past life maybe. some devotees, you never know. And sometimes we have seen also in this life, also sometimes people might be serious devotees or some kind of devotees, but temporarily because of Maya so strong, they may go away. But again they come back. Because again they remember. Like there was one devotee, he thought, I'm going to leave this Hare Krishna, but I'm not going to be there. Some misunderstanding happened to some devotee. He was very fed up. I'm leaving. He left the temple. When he left the temple, he told, now I'll go to sea beach. I'll enjoy. He went to the ocean beach. When he went to the ocean beach, there some devotees were doing Harinam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna. That's why I'm going away from this place. And then he went to, so I'll go for a movie. Went to the movie. He started seeing movie and he said, now I'm very happy. And then the interval time came. In interval, there was some advertisement of Hare Krishna Vandal program, Hare Krishna Sunday feast. Like, then he left that place also. Then he went to shopping. Okay, I'll just go and shopping once and I'll just chill out. I'll have some marketing, purchasing and all that. I'll not, everywhere there. Yeah. Went to shopping mall. Then he find there's a, book description stall was there. Saying, Arey, Bhagavad Gita. And then he thought, I think Krishna not leaving me, but I'll go to temple. Then he go back to temple. So no, actually, no. Then what happened? No, then he went to another ocean where he was trying to do surfing, and when he was doing surfing, so suddenly there was a blue whale, some kind of whale, big whale fish came, and she was about to eat him like this. She came, and he got frightened, and he started chanting Narasimharti, Namaste, because he was a devotee all throughout for many years. Started chanting Narasimharti, because अभी क्या कर सकते हैं, जान की बात आ गई. Turning and somehow he closed his eyes, turning Narasimharti, and then he opened his eyes, the whale was gone. Then he understood, Baba, now it's a very good reminder. I should go back to temple. Then he went back to temple. He said, I want to be in temple only. Some misunderstanding is okay, no problem, but I am okay. So Krishna brought him back actually. That way.
Anything on Prabhupada? Prabhupada landed in Boston only, right?
Yeah.
You know Prabhupada? When you go to ISKCON, there is a saint that is DT will be there.
I'll talk about it later. So you can see here. Then what happens? Nonetheless, in his birth as an elephant, when he was dangerously attacked by crocodile, he remembered his past life in devotional service and remembered a prayer he had learned in that life. Because of this prayer, he again received the mercy of the Lord. Thus, he was immediately delivered and he became one of the Lord's 400 associates. He became the Lord associates actually. So I will describe this chapter for you. How this Gajendra, he was enjoying with all his friends, but suddenly something happens to Gajendra that we are going to discuss together. So that is very beautiful. This is that in Tamas, in one particular Manvantara, Supreme Lord Vishnu took birth from the womb of Harini, the wife of Harimena, and he was known as Hari. Hari saved his devotee Gajendra, the king of the elephants, from the mouth of a crocodile. So King Parikshit said, my dear Lord Badarayani, that is Sukdev Goswami, we wish to hear from you in detail how the king of elephants, when attacked by crocodile, was delivered by Hari. How he was delivered by Lord Hari. Any literature or narration in which the Supreme Lord is glorified is certainly great, pure, glorious, auspicious, and all good. So you can see Srimad Bhagavatam is the pure literature, because Srimad Bhagavatam is all about glorification of the Lord. It says Krishna consciousness movement is spreading all over the world simply by describing Krishna. We have published many books, including Chaitanya Charitamrita in 17 volumes, Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion. We are publishing Srimad Bhagavatam in 16 volumes. Whenever a speaker holds discourses from these books and an audience hears him, this will create a good and auspicious situation. Therefore, the preaching of Krishna consciousness must be done very carefully by the members of the Krishna consciousness movement, especially the sannyasis. This will create an auspicious atmosphere. Then he says, Sukdev Goswami said, "Oh Brahmanas, when Parikshit Maharaj, who was awaiting impending death, now Parikshit Maharaj himself faced crisis. He was about to die in how many days? 7 days. And Parikshit Maharaj also took shelter of the Lord. Suppose you get to know, Vikas, that you're going to die now from today, 7 days you're going to die. What you'll do?
I'll complete pack my bag and complete. There's no bag then.
So the point is that that's a great king, but he also got crisis. Prabhupada says at least Parikshit Maharaj has notice of 7 days. We don't know whether we will 7 days also. So there's a point. So here it's saying that Sukadeva Goswami, he was very happy with eagerness of Parikshit Maharaj. Yes, he is having death in front of him, but understanding what is his real duty at the time of death, he is very focused and he's very eager. And Sukadeva Goswami is saying he is encouraged by the king's words, because the king is asking, please tell me more in detail. So if the audience is very eager, like all of you are so eager, then speaker becomes very grateful. Because of their eagerness, speaker can speak very nice and he can glorify the Lord and becomes very auspicious. So that's why Sukadeva Goswami, he is offering respect to the king. He is Guru. I mean, he is speaking the Bhagavatam. But he is offering respect to Parikshit Maharaj. Why? Because he is so pleased by his eagerness. And he is feeling so grateful that because of him, he is so eager, I am going to glorify the Lord constantly. So he spoke with great pleasure in the assembly of sages who desired to hear him. And now he describes. So there was a large mountain called Trikut. So this Trikut mountain was very big. Now the descriptions, when it comes, your mind may be, it will be like mind blowing for you, because these descriptions you might have not have, you may not have the experience in this world. But just because you don't have experience in this world, you should not think it's mythology, because we are very tiny.
Right.
Like a small ant, in this room, in one corner, what she can understand about a Statue of Liberty, and forget about that, what she can understand about Boston Common, our park there, what she can understand about, the internship, whatever work we are doing.
Now everybody says that there are so many universes.
Yeah.
So many universes.
So we are very small, we are very tiny. So not everything what is described in the scriptures may be in our experience, in our tiny world. But there are many things which scripture describe which we can relate to us. But the scriptures are not just trying to impress you and just tell something which you can only count. There are many things it describes which is sometimes you may not have experience in this world, but it is there. So we can understand the scriptures with this faith. If you start doubting and start thinking, oh, how it is possible, it's myth. So that we only will lose. Because the scriptures are so magnanimous that they're giving all the knowledge, all the description, so that we can develop our faith in the Supreme Lord, and we can purify our heart, and we can attain the perfection of life. But if suppose we become doubtful and faithless, then we cannot take advantage of these words. And the scriptures, those who follow, those who take this message, you can see these people actually become enlightened and they purify their heart. Their heart has become pure. They live a life of great character. They can, like Srila Prabhupada you're talking about. Srila Prabhupada, he just came to West with just 3 volumes of Bhagavatam first canto. The 200 copies, that's all. And he did not have any money. They said only 40 rupees. That also, he did not use it.
Just 3 volumes of Bhagavatam.
3 volumes first canto, but around 200 sets were there.
200 cantos are
200 sets were there. No, cantos are 18 volumes. But that time, first canto and 3 volumes he had published.
Okay, now how many books are there?
Now there are 18 volumes.
18 volumes, 18 books.
12 cantos, yeah. 18 books, 12 cantos. Books, huh? So like that. So now we are in 8th canto, what we're discussing. So when Prabhupada came, then Prabhupada had no money. And he got 2 heart attacks. When he came to West, he did not know whether to go left or right.
He got 2
heart attacks in
3 heart attacks.
Yeah, 3 heart attacks, yeah. So then, he
came from in a ship from Kolkata to here.
Yeah.
And he was 70, right?
It was 70.
Yeah, 73.
70, 69, 70. So that time, so he had no acquaintances, no medical insurance, nothing.
He got 3 heart attacks on the way.
And then he came here, then he saw this place, he writes a poem. It's a terrible place. So everybody is in mode of passion, ignorance, how they will understand the message, what I'm carrying. And then he prayed to the Lord, oh Lord, please use me as an instrument. And you can do magic. I can simply become an instrument. So empower my words by which the ignorance from their heart can go away. That's why he was praying.
So how did he start?
He just started without anything, just having his
Where did
faith.
he live initially? How did he spend?
He was just on the street actually in the beginning, and then he got some storefront. They started staying. So like, and then once he was staying with David, so David was like sharing the room, and became crazy. And he started attacking Prabhupada. And Prabhupada left. I has to leave in the night, dead of the night, because this fellow became heavy on drugs. And then Prabhupada had no shelter. Where to go? Then he remembered there's one Mukund and Janaki had come. So then he went to their place. And Prabhupada shared the same room and they were both there. And they were not even married also. And then they said, shared the Swamiji had come and he doesn't know where to go. So they're staying, just here and there. Like, yeah. You should read Lilamrit, It has, it is amazing.
Start crying. एक वृंदावन का वो था ना जिसमें कि सांड ने उनको मार दिया था बुनाई आ गया
He was distributing back to God magic in Delhi. That time. He was distributing back to God magic in that time.
सांड ने शायद दिल्ली मारा था वृंदावन में या आगरा.
So anyway, then yeah. And once he fainted also because of stroke and all that. So anyway, the point is that what I was saying. So these scriptures, they talk details about different universes. So he's saying that there are Trikuta mountain. It was 80,000 miles high and being surrounded by ocean of milk. It was beautifully situated. And then description is given about that hill. And they said that the ground at the feet of the mountain is always washed by the waves of milk that produce emeralds all around in 10 directions. And then he says, the inhabitants of higher planets, the Siddhas, Saranas, Gandharvas, Vidyadharas, Serpents, Kinnaras, Apsaras, they'd go to that mountain to sport. And this where the caves of the mountain, they were full with many denizens of heavenly planets. They would come there many times to have sport and play like that. And it's very beautiful mountain described here. That the mountain had other peaks which are full of jewels and minerals, are decorated with nice trees, creepers, and shrubs. And the principal peaks were made up of iron, silver, and gold, beautifying all the directions. And then it says, because of resounding vibration of the denizens of heaven singing in the caves, the lions there, being very proud of their strength, roar with unbearable envy, thinking that another lion is roaring in that way. The valleys beneath Trikuta mountain are beautifully decorated by many varieties of jungle animals, and in the trees, which are maintained in gardens by the demigods, varieties of birds chirp with sweet voices. Trikuta mountain has many lakes and rivers with beaches covered by small gems resembling grains of sand. The water is as clear, and when the demigods themselves bathe in it, their bodies lend fragrance to the water and breeze, thus enriching the atmosphere. So when they would take bath in the river would become fragrant because of their body. Their body was like. So their body is not like our body. It's like, much more different. It's like much more beautiful and having much more the better standard of constitution of their body. So our body is predominantly made up of earth, but it is somewhat in different dimension. And their body was so fragrant that when they're taking bath, then the whole water would become fragrant. The breeze and water would become fragrant like that. So I think in the material world, there are many grades of divinities. Human beings on earth generally cover themselves with external fragrance to stop their bodily odors. But here we find that because of the bodily fragrance of the demigod themselves, the river, the lake, the breeze, and the entire atmosphere of Trikuta mountain also become fragrant. Bodies of the damsels in the upper planet systems are so beautiful. We can just imagine how beautiful would be other, even what is because spiritual world. So spiritual world is a spiritual body. There's no material body at all. So right now we have a material body, but this material body is going to go away. Some 10, 20, 30 years only. Right? So we are not this body. Body is simply our external dress, and we are going to lose this body. You see, this is a male, this is all, bones are there, blood is there, but it is not me. But we foolishly think this is me, and we do everything for body only, right? Money for body, eating for body, family life for body. So all body only we do. But we are not the body. is a soul. So when we die also, body will just lie here only. But you will continue your journey. And then again you have to get next body. If you have not purified your mind, and if you have not got full developed Krishna consciousness. That's why it is important that we don't become too attached to body. And we use this body in a way that we become free from all this misconception that I am body, or I am rich, I am poor, and this kind of purification has to happen. And I'm servant of Krishna. That understanding should come. So that's why body should be used in devotional service. So we have the ears, we can hear the message of the Lord. We have eyes, we can take the darshan of the Lord. We have hands and legs, we can do service to the Lord. So this will help us to get purified. And that purification will lead to getting detached from this, material conceptions. Then we have clear understanding about our real self. So this body should be used in Krishna's service. It is important for us, but we understand the purpose. So human form of life, the purpose is not that we gratify the senses. The purpose is that we use the senses in a way it leads to purification of the senses and mind and heart. So purify our consciousness, and then we are become ready. We are becoming ready for going back to God. But if that we don't do, if you're only trying to somehow live a comfortable life here, and just trying to engage our mind and senses in a way that we get some gratification, then we are losing the purpose of human form. So that's why it's important that we prepare our life in a way that we go back to God. The whole life should be like a preparation for the exam called death, and the death exam we should pass to go back to God. Otherwise, we're just going to remain stuck here. Nobody can help you in this world. Money cannot help. Family members cannot help. Because you have to suffer. Like suppose, with our current actions, whatever we do, you might be a big businessman. You have crores of money, dollars or whatever. But then you die, the Yamdutas will take you. And they will not say, oh, you're a billionaire. Compartment. Nothing. They are going to drag you for all your actions, whatever you have done. So you are not going to be boss of anyone there.
No personal room.
No personal room, no boss of anybody. They will drag you. They will beat you like anything. It is described in kind of how the Yamduta will drag the soul. So it doesn't matter what position you carry in this world. So it's our foolishness. We think, oh, I have become this, I have become that. What you have become? You are nothing, because all these great authorities, agents of the Lord are there, who are ruling over this world. So we are simply insignificant. Just like an ant, some 50, 60 ants are there in the room, and they're thinking that the Sadar ant hai. Of course, they're thinking that, and he's the ant is thinking, I'm the boss here. What boss? One fellow will just pani ka glass gir jayega, to sab kar bolte hain. So it is like that. Our situation is also like this. You see that sometimes this flood comes, sometimes a plane crash happens. People just die. Just like an ant dies, suddenly something. So we can't understand that how we are so tiny. We become so foolishly puffed up, thinking that I am a big man.
You're nothing.
But we actually are subjected very, very strongly by the laws of matter nature. Very stringent laws. No matter what you acquire in this world, but you cannot avoid miserable existence. You may be a very big man in this world. Next life, you become a dog in one hut. Nearby, some hut is there, and you have become a dog there, street dog you become. This is how the material life is. We cannot avoid all this. So material life means it's like everything gets reset to zero. You will be big dentist after 30, 40, 50 years, reset to zero. Again, you get a birth in another womb of mother. And that also, whether human birth or not, that is also not guaranteed. And if you have lived a irresponsible life, then we get a good animal life. You can get insects. All these insects and viruses and all that. I see sometimes cockroach, and I think about it. They are also humans like you and me. But someone did not use that human form. They have become cockroach. Insects now. So are they not living? They're living. They're also living souls. How they become cockroaches, how they become mosquitoes, how they become insects. They also are living like us. So we have to think like this deeply about all this. Right? And the scriptures are talking about this. But yes.
84 लाख योनियां होता है ना?
Yeah.
तो मनुष्य सबसे ऊपर है. सबसे अच्छी मतलब.
Yeah, but in humans also there are 4 lakh species in humans also. 4 लाख योनियां हैं मनुष्य के अंतर्गत. वैसे देवताओं की भी एक योनि. गंधर्व है, किन्नरा
सब
है,
मनुष्य में ही आते हैं।
हाँ सब मनुष्य में आते हैं, लेकिन उसमें भी अलग अलग चेतना है।
नहीं गुरुजी, मैं ह्यूमन बींग्स की बात
हाँ
कर
तो
रहा हूँ,
ह्यूमन
तो
में बोल
जैसे
रहा हूँ,
कि
ह्यूमन में से बता रहा हूँ, उसमें भी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कॉन्शियसनेस है। Not every human is of same consciousness. So among all the humans also the pure devotee is the highest. There's a discussion in Bhagavatam. One place it says that how there's different divinities, and then he describes, and he talks about among them also those who are striving for spiritual life, and that also those who are like sadhakas, and then he talks about the pure devotees. So the pure devotee of the Lord, he has the highest consciousness. So he is the greatest living in this planet.
तो प्रभु जी अभी
That's why the pure devotee is worshipable even by the demigods also. Like
अभी
Indra, Chandra, Varuna, all these demigods also will worship the pure devotee like Prabhupada. They worship. That's why we say Jagat Guru. Why we say? Because they are worshipable by even demigods also. Even demigods also want to take darshan of such pure devotee.
तो प्रभु जी अभी 7-8 लाख बिलियन लोग हैं, राइट, पूरे
But
वर्ल्ड में।
उसमें योनियां है, species मतलब different category. It's all based on consciousness. ये consciousness पर basis पर है. जैसे आप देखो
गंधर्व किन्नर ये सब बात
जैसे कि अभी इस planet पर भी सब human beings हैं, but their consciousness are different. So based on our consciousness, sometimes some people are tribes, no? Tribes are there. They have completely different consciousness. They're man-eaters also, cannibals, man-eaters. So they're also, so they are kind of different species only actually. So it's, species are based on consciousness, not only by physiological changes. I mean differences. So it is based on
शास्त्रों के हिसाब से
yes.
सबसे ऊपर जो कैटेगरी है जिसमें आदमी सोच सकता है, अपना भजन कर सकता है, वो तो
In general, human beings is the most developed form of life, where you can inquire about the higher truths of life. That potential is there.
Right. So,
but other species of life, that potential is only not there.
इसके बाद जानवर होते हैं तो ये सारे, right?
Yeah, so that's right. Human form of life is glorified in scripture because you have potential to become the highest human being.
तो ये सबसे आखिरी में मिलती है कुछ, राइट? जब मतलब आपके कर्म खराब हो जाता है तो आप अभी फिर गिर जाता है।
Yes.
तो
And then
धीरे-धीरे लोगों के सबके कर्म खराब हो रहे हैं।
then you have to again go through different stages of life and finally again come back. You'll get chance, but that will take long time.
In that scenario, प्रभु जी, बाकी जो स्पीशीज हैं वो बढ़नी चाहिए, क्योंकि कर्म तो धीरे-धीरे मनुष्य के गंदे होते जा रहे हैं।
लेकिन आप ये समझो ना कि this is a very small planet. ऐसे बहुत सारे यूनिवर्सेस हैं ना।
वो तो साइंटिफिक भी प्रूव है कि लाइक पूरा सोलर सिस्टम है हमारी, वो 0.000% है, और सोलर का अर्थ 0.00। आप सोचो।
So
साइंटिफिक प्रूव है।
जैसे कि आप I understand what you're saying that human की संख्या कम होनी चाहिए, जानवरों की बढ़नी चाहिए, आप कह रहे हो। But the point is you cannot count the pro like this. See, you understand?
Human beings इतने बढ़ रहे हैं, जानवर इंस्टिंक्ट हो रहे हैं, बहुत सारे हो गए हैं।
No, there are many insects. There are many insects. There are viruses.
उस हिसाब से प्रभु जी,
See, I'll tell you, it's a big universe, प्रभु। इसमें आप छोटी जगह पे लेके एनालिसिस करोगे, क्या समझेगा आप?
बाकी सब भी आप
हाँ, how do you understand it?
लेकिन अगर अर्थ देखेंगे तो प्रभु जी ये तो आदमी के लोग बढ़ रहे हैं, इसका मतलब तो क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब तो थ्योरी गलत हो गई। अगर जानवर कम हो रहे हैं तो 84 लाख वाली तो
गलत कैसे हो गई? तो बता तो रहा हूँ आपको, अभी इस रूम में चींटियां बढ़ गई, इसमें थोड़ी कि आपको पूरा देखना पड़ेगा ना, सब मिला करके। It's a very small sample you are taking, no? It's a small sample you are taking. अभी आप अमेरिका में देखोगे कई miles there is nobody. But maybe 100 years before there might be many people living there. इसका मतलब थोड़ी कि अभी वो population कम हो गया, population तो बढ़। So overall you don't know, no? So this is only a small situation of life. Now, we are living in a very big universe, and this it's not only this one. There are many universes actually. It's very even our universe is one of the tiniest universes.
Yes.
Anand says, if you see, it is mentioned that just like you see the mustard seeds are there in a sack. How many mustard seeds are there? So ऐसे इतने सारे universe होते हैं, उसमें से हमारा universe सबसे छोटा है. So what is the significance of our life? So on that small tract, like suppose हम मैंने सर्कल बना दिया यहाँ पे, तो बोले यहाँ पे ants don't exist on here. Ant exists but not here. Maybe somewhere. तो ऐसा कोई भी स्पीसी नहीं जो एक्सटिंग्विश हो गया, कहते हैं ना ये लुप्त हो गई प्रजाति है, कुछ लुप्त नहीं होती, सब प्रजातियां हमेशा रहती हैं।
तो होती कहाँ?
अरे वो जगह से लुप्त हो गई है ना। लेकिन बट एग्जिस्ट, सी इट एग्जिस्ट, सारे 84 लाख क्योंकि हमेशा एग्जिस्ट रहेंगे। अभी इस जगह पे नहीं है इसका थोड़ी कि लुप्त हो गया, समझ आ रही बात। अभी अभी बताओ देवता यहाँ पे रहते हैं क्या? देवता नहीं आते यहाँ पे, तो इसका थोड़ी कि देवता लुप्त हो गए। इन द्वापर युगा एंड त्रेता युगा एंड सतयुगा देवता would come also, you know, there are many descriptions where the demigods would come, दर्शन महाराज के दरबार में, you know, नारद मुनि come, many would come. So all these demigods would appear in the yajnas also many times, they would come. But it said that in Kali Yuga, demigods even don't touch the earth's planet, they don't touch it also. Very abominable place for them. They don't want to come. इसका मतलब थोड़ी कि वो लुप्त हो गया, you understand, no? They're there. So same way all species of life are there always. We may not able to understand from our tiny, you know, brain and experience. Yeah, we cannot understand. And you know, it is not all in all. You getting this point, no? जैसे आप लुप्त थोड़ी हो गए, आप अमेरिका में हैं, कोई कहेगा नहीं वो एक व्यक्ति तो लुप्त हो गया आप अमेरिका में हो, यूके में हो, इंडिया में से लुप्त। तो it's like that. So like that group of people, sometimes group of some species, something so लुप्त हो गए. So you getting this point? So it's always there.
सिर्फ अर्थ की बात कर रहे हो,
अर्थ की बात कर रहे हो तो उसमें भी आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी, अभी आप कह रहे हो कि मनुष्य की संख्या बढ़ रही है,
बहुत ज्यादा, इतनी कभी नहीं थी।
हाँ मनुष्य की संख्या बढ़ रही है, बट द पॉइंट इज दैट देयर आर सो मेनी यू नो human beings and there are so many species of life in so many planets, so it is always going to be there. It's not that कि हम
then it goes towards myth, probably mythology.
कैसे?
So nothing is proven. I mean, this is not proven. Yes, we assume that there are in Milky Way itself there are more than billion stars, billion suns. Every sun, every star has life. That is an assumption. So science assumes that. Nothing is. This is not.
We are not talking about science. We are talking about scriptures.
Yeah.
So now you cannot understand. Like, have you seen ocean of milk?
No.
Have you seen ocean of liquor? We are putting faith only. We are not denying. We are not putting
Ocean
faith.
of liquor is also there.
Yeah. So yeah, it is there. Ocean of
How
juice.
to go there, bro?
Ocean of juice.
Which fruit?
Jambu.
Jambudweep.
Jambu falani. That is what is it? क्या कहते हैं उसको? जामुन. So anyway, what I'm saying is that now how will you understand this? By faith only. You have no way to understand it. Can you go and get it? You don't have capacity to do it. There are people who can go, like Arjuna could go to Mahavishnu's lok also with Krishna. You could go to Yamlok also. Can you go with your whatever it is? You have Skylab and all that, spacecraft. You cannot do that. Science is incapable to do it, right? So now how are you going to understand? So science also is actually trying to understand some things based on their own observation, and that their observation is also based on their faith on their own mind and senses and perceptions. You're trying to have faith what your mind and senses are observing, and that way you're also trying to access some truth. But that is also faith only. And then your access to, I mean, the perceptions and all is also very limited. Like what can you perceive from your mind and senses? How much you can perceive? You can't even know much about your body. So first thing is to understand science is also not about all fact. It's also about faith also. Because science also brings out theories, but that is also based on perception of your own mind and senses. Correct or not? And that theory keeps changing. So that is, science has a very limited sphere where they work on. And there also is a lot of things that keeps getting changed. Why? Because we have defective senses. And we are putting faith still. No, we have observed, so this will be true. Scriptures also we put faith. It's not that we are not denying that we are not putting faith, but we don't say myth. Why we don't say myth? Because we are not whimsically assuming anything. मैं assume कर लूँ कि जो भगवान होते हैं, भगवान जो होते हैं वो 5-star चॉकलेट के शेप में रहते हैं. मैं ऐसे assume कर लूँ. ऐसे कुछ भी assume कर लो क्या? So whimsically you believe anything, that is called myth. But we are not whimsically assuming anything. We are accepting the facts based on scriptures called शास्त्रीय श्रद्धा. और शास्त्र में श्रद्धा कैसे जागृत की जाए वो अलग टॉपिक है कि how you can develop faith in scriptures. The scriptures are coming from the Lord. So that is called Aparusha. Aparusha means what? It cannot come from any mortal being who having 4 defects. Imperfect senses, he gets illusion, he has cheating propensity, he has tendency to commit mistakes. He cannot write scriptures, because if somebody is having these defects, then he cannot give you the truth. He cannot perceive. Then how these gurus are giving the truth? The gurus are not giving the truth. They're only passing down the truth. And they are being given by the Lord only. So Vedas only are spoken by the Lord. Nobody can speak.
Translator.
No, not translators. They're only via medium to just give this knowledge, same knowledge to
Mediators.
Yeah, mediators. They're like via medium, transparent via medium. Yeah, Vyasadeva is the incarnation of the Lord, which the scriptures himself talk. Yeah, like that. So see, Vedas, they are giving the proof about their authenticity by in them only. Like you see, Vedas talk about so many facts of life, which no scientist can also access. Like Vedas have, or they can sometimes prove it now. Like plants have life, Vedas have been telling before. Now scientists are able to understand. Vedas have no astrology, cosmology, Ayurveda. These things are there already in the Vedas. Science is not now able to understand. So that means Vedas have that kind of knowledge which even science, maybe some of them science is able to understand now. But Vedas have been telling this since millions of years. Nobody can trace the history of the Vedas. It's coming from the dawn of creation.
तो क्या-क्या आता है वेदा में? मतलब ये स्क्रिप्चर्स में क्या-क्या आता है?
All the Vedic literatures. So mainly there are Shruti and Smriti. I can show you.
पुराण भी उसी में आते हैं.
I'll show you. Yes, Puranas. So Puranas are like developed by the the acharyas and
four Vedas, 5 Vedas.
that is called Shruti, and there is Smriti. Smritis are like developed by the sages, but they're also Vedic literatures because they're bona fide representatives of the Lord. They're bona fide acharyas, so they also have explained the Vedas. That is also called Vedic literatures. Both are Vedas. So I will.
Vedam, Samvedam, Atharvavedam, and
See. You can see this.
5.
The Vedas have so many truths of life, you can see. Plants of life, embryology, organic farming, ancient and Vedic metallurgy, Vedic mathematics, Vastu Shastra. It's all there in the Vedas. You can see we are blind, man. Like we can't see. We try to understand knowledge of Prataksha, direction, perception, and Anuman, theories based on speculation, guesswork. But the real way to gain knowledge is Shabda Praman, by hearing from the bona fide authority. So if we have, limited senses, we can see we cannot perceive things. So we get deceived. We cannot acquire complete knowledge using our mental senses like eyes, ears, and all that, right? Because we have 4 defects. Imperfect sense, we get illusion. We have tendency to commit mistakes. We have cheating propensity. So imperfect senses, you can see we cannot see beyond 400 nanometers, 700 nanometers. We cannot see. Correct. We cannot hear 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz only. We cannot hear. Same way, you see, even if you have telescope, microscope, still you cannot access the truth because ultimately you're going to perceive through your eyes only, which are defective.
So this is limitation, no?
Yeah, and you get illusion also. You can taste orange after eating sweet. It will look to you sour. After lemon, it will look sweet. Same way, if you touch some normal water after touching some hot thing, it will appear cool. So you get illusion. So our senses get illusion also. Like these are illusions. So old lady and young lady both you can see here. Somebody can say white triangle, but maybe just some section cut and looks like white triangle. Looks like old man and old lady, but there are some 2 people painting. But the eye is illusion basically. Looks like moving, but it's not. If you focus here and go up and to and fro, just go to and fro. 2 floor like this. Just like moving. So it gets illusion. We get illusion like this. Correct. So we get illusion like that, and we commit mistakes. Like Science, so many mistakes, no? It thought brain as a, organ which cools the blood before they thought like that.
Third brain, huh?
No.
They used to think like that.
Okay. So they were thinking that its function is to cool the blood, but it is not. Later they understood how the brain has such critical function of nervous system. So many, mistakes in the research because they have 4 defects. So they do a lot of mistakes. Then there is cheating propensity. Like Darwin theory, a lot of cheating happened. They tried to file the jaw and tried to show that missing link between man and humans. We found it. But there is no proof that humans have come from monkeys. Monkeys and humans were always existing as per the
So that
archaeological records.
now that way the monkeys should develop again, right? It is not happening,
Monkeys are already there, no?
right? So as per Darwin, they evolved.
Yeah, so monkeys, and
as per Darwin, human body came from the monkeys. Apes, yeah. It's not the case, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Right? No,
That's what no, there was no proof.
no proof. Yeah, Darwin is also saying they're like that, but there is no
There's no proof. And in contrast, if you see, in contradictory to that, what fossil records are saying that millions of years before also humans and monkeys were existing. That's what fossil records say.
That way they should still transform, but they are not transformed. I'll bring the body.
You can see here, human beings and apes simultaneously existed millions of years before. This is what the archaeological record is.
Darwin says like that, but that is not proven.
Not proven and not accepted by many scientists now. And he has told perhaps it is like this, perhaps it is like that,
But if that is the case, every monkey will be slowly. It came as a
no. Think about it. If monkeys couldn't survive and they have to eventually, survive the fittest, become human, then still monkeys are surviving still now also.
They are now surviving
and
like nowadays some monkeys are similar like human. Some monkeys are already because of destroying the forest. The monkeys are coming to inside of the village, along with the village. Instead of
and you see the giraffe thing also. There are many things like giraffe had to stretch the neck. Did they not drink water? Water is there, then something will be in grass. Why they have to stretch the neck up so much? And you can never find that one species has changed another species. Never find. No record is there. And he's saying then what about other quadrupeds like deer? They were also surviving. Now they are surviving. So only why giraffe had to die, and then they have to get elongated. I mean that particular species which.
Yeah, there is no proof.
So there are many, yeah. So like a hypothetical way, he has just tried to give something. What Prabhu is doing?
No, he's bringing some water on me. Prabhuji, what time can we have prasadam? I'm feeling very hungry after seeing the prasadam.
Okay. So you can see he's saying what's the problem? Even if you have everything, gadgets and all, we are getting from science. But the science, what it provides, it gives a lot of side effects also. So many problems, you see. Sleeplessness.
Right. I'm suffering from ADHD. I have all, Prabhuji. All of them I have. Computer vision syndrome, depression, ADHD, hearing damage, I got tinnitus. Obesity, I don't get, but I can get if I eat more. So I just take this much. Loss of absolutely lost most of the relationship. You are on camera, everyone is listening. Yeah.
Nobody is there though.
That's fine. It's the truth. I sent it to my family also. I hope nobody is fine from that. But they know it. That's fine.
Yeah. So anyway, you can see here. So Prabhu, I'm recording. You can see Prabhu. So this is like so much of research work happens, but there gets no proper right results many times, and that's why they suffer.
Half knowledge
is dangerous, right? So one solution becomes bigger problem. Correct, no?
Right.
You thought you become educated, then everything will be all right. But then there are much more anxieties about job and all. And they say, okay, when I get married, then everything will be all right. But there are terrible relationships, so many problems. No, but once I get very rich, then everything will be all right. Become very rich, but it's still problems. So this is how we are getting tricked. See?
Yeah.
So science can never give you, ultimate solution for all problems. One solution becomes source of another problem. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So we need to find happiness not just by speculation, but by getting knowledge from something which is real authority. That's called Shabda Praman.
Shabda Praman.
Yeah, Shabda Praman.
Praman means?
Yeah. So that means, now think about it, Prabhu. This universe is like a cosmic creation, right? Cosmic machine. Now, just like this machine, this fellow is trying to, work on. He's trying to explore. Trying to explore how things are working here. He's trying to explore. Thinking, now I'll become happy. No, now I'll do this. Now this will happen. So he's trying to explore different ways on his own. So this is what happens to people, you see. So we are also trying to find happiness in this world. Different things. We have our own ways to become happy. I'll do this, I'll do that. Not now you're telling me, this fellow, though he tried so much to work with this machine, ultimately he got same way in this world also, people try so many things, but ultimately they become frustrated. You see that? Nobody's happy. Now tell me what this person could have done by which would have been happily able to utilize that machine to get best advantage of it.
It's like how it works, machine.
How to understand?
Manual.
Manual. So now we believe that this machine, though complicated, but it has some creator and somebody is, and he can give manual. So think about it, this cosmic machine also, there must be a creator. If there is no creator of this cosmic machine, then how this cosmic machine is functioning? That's another session we discussed, the existence of God. So if you believe that a God exists, there is a creator, then can't creator give you manual? Think about it. Can't he give you?
Can.
If he is omnipotent, if he is all powerful, can he not give the words of wisdom by which you can become enlightened? Can't he?
He can.
Now you find out where are those words of wisdom. You find. So if you don't have anything, why don't you accept the Vedas? And Vedas are actually, they will prove
Ultimate truth.
that they are the ultimate truth, because the kind of knowledge that the Vedas are giving, no science can give, no human being can give. And not a single sentence of the Vedas have been proven to be wrong. You may not be able to prove it to be right sometimes, because you have no capacity sometimes. But you cannot even prove it to be wrong. And there are many things which science are able to understand now, this works like that. So Vedas authenticity is tested by the time. You can see. Even now science is turning towards so many Vedic knowledge, Vastu Shastra. We'll say have so many videos I can show you. So many videos are there on this. So what is the manual that can explain about the operation of this cosmic machine? And we can get it, then we can keep it happening. That's why it is our need to find out where is that manual. That manual is actually Vedas, Vedic knowledge. So let's see my defect. These 4 defects keep us blind to the truth. So how to understand? No other way than Pratyaksha Anuman. So see, Prabhu, you want to become happy, but I'll tell you, the way to become happy is very simple. You follow the manual of this creation. You will surely find happiness. You just follow. You have to just do the right things. See, you want to get some end result. Then you have to follow the steps. Then you'll get it. Like you want to eat idli and dosa. What you should do?
Ask Yadav.
Yadav is authority. You have to follow the bona fide authority who knows the steps.
Sir, no, sir.
Correct, no? If you follow the steps, result will come. So same way, you have to find out the bona fide steps to become happy. And how do you get it? From the Creator. From where you get that, given the Vedas. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you are not accepting Vedas, okay, then you find out.
Yourself.
Find out from yourself. And in absence of your, getting anything, you accept our claim that this Vedas are the actual manual. And you try it out. See, but works are not funny. Works. So it's not that you always have to just remain faith. No. This all faith, you can actually start realizing it. That's what Krishna says in Gita. Pratyaksha bhagavam dharmam susukam kartum madhyayam. This knowledge can be practically realized. It is not simply that you have to just be blindfolded and just, oh, I have to just put forth, what can I do? No. You can actually realize them. Just like if I tell you come to temple, no, you just like you are told me to come here. So okay, then the what is it? GPU?
GPS.
GPS. So GPS will show certain things, like this thing is coming. So now when we moving, then we can actually see, yeah, correct, that turn is coming. When it's showing also it is coming.
Yeah.
Oh, this is coming, that is coming. Oh, your garden came, it was showing. So our faith in GPS will increase. Correct or not? And that's why we are following. Now, I have not seen your place, I'm first time seeing it. But if I have no faith, then will I be able to come here? No, because all roads are there, jungles are there. How will I come here? I can never come here. I have to have some faith, then only I can begin. But that faith should be reasonable faith. So I'm able to, GPS is telling something, but I can realize it.
Kind of manual.
I can realize it, no? Because when I move, I see, yeah, garden came. Oh yeah, this came. That means I can put faith, then I can go ahead. Same way, when you start following Vedas, you see the results come. You follow it, results will come. That's how your faith can become strong. Then you can proceed further. Getting this point. Yeah. So it says Shabda Praman, hearing from bona fide authority. The Evam Parampara, like how a child can know his father. He can do DNA tests and all, we never find out. But the best way is ask mother. The mother is authority. Now for child to know who is his father, there is no other way, only faith. It's the greatest faith. Think about it. You can never know by any other person. Only by faith he can understand he is my father. Because before that he was never there. When he's born, then see, after he is born, only his parents are before his birth. So when he's born, he cannot trace out who is his parents. When his parents will reveal, then only he can understand that yes, he has to have faith. Otherwise, he cannot understand. Same way, the Vedas are source of knowledge. Vedas are coming from Lord, and we are coming later. So how will you actually able faith? Through faith only you begin. But when you put faith in your father, that is my father, but you see that kind of love what he is exhibiting, kind of sacrifice he is making, and the way he is taking care of your mother and everything, you understand very clearly. No, it's correct. You can get the realization of it. Same way, we can understand how the Vedas are actually authentic, and how Vedas, when you follow, you become better. You become truly happy. Your faith increases. Like that, correct, no? When you be with your mother is nourishing you, taking care of you, you become healthy and happy. You can understand that she is actually my mother. And is actually my father. You can understand it. It's not just, it has to be just faith. So this is how we can understand. So Vedas are the mother, and the God is like a supreme father. Vedas can give us knowledge about father.
The Vedas, however, are not as well known for presenting historical and scientific knowledge as they are for expounding subtle sciences, such as the power of mantras. We all recognize the power of sound itself, its effects, which can be quite dramatic. Here, a high-pitched frequency shatters a drinking glass. So, we can easily understand that loud sounds can produce substantial reactions. It is commonly believed that mantras can carry hidden power, which can in turn produce profound effects. The ancient Vedic literatures are full of descriptions of weapons being called by mantra. For example, many weapons were invoked by mantra during the epic Kurukshetra war, wherein the Bhagavad Gita itself was spoken. The ancient deployment of Brahmastra weapons, equivalent to modern-day nuclear weapons, are described throughout the Vedic literatures. Additionally, mantras carry hidden spiritual power, which can produce significant benefits when chanted properly. Indeed, the Vedas themselves are sound vibrations in literary form and carry a profound message.
can see it. So authorized college is there. The authorized college is like the authorized sampradaya, parampara, disciple succession. Because the college is giving you the knowledge through that you're getting. So institution is there. So if there is authorized institution, then you can actually get knowledge. Same way, parampara is like authorized institution. Okay?
Where is it?
4 sampradayas, Sri Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya. So the Vedas itself tell about that. Padma Purana it is mentioned about authorized, what are the authorized sampradayas. Professors, one who has learned from his guru, they are professors. And then there are books. The same way there are authorized Vedic texts like Bhagavad Gita. And you can see the advanced technology, advanced knowledge is there in the Vedas. Like if you see this video, how there's so much advanced knowledge in the Vedas. This is amazing video, you can see this. When you understand what kind of knowledge it is there. So Viman Shastra, I see.
University of California at Irvine, April 2017. Aerospace engineer Travis Taylor has obtained a model of an aircraft whose design specifications are based solely on information gleaned from ancient Indian texts that are believed to have been formally set to writing in 500 BC. He is going to subject it to wind tunnel analysis to determine if it is a viable flying machine. The aircraft model created using details garnered from the ancient Indian texts has proven to be flight-worthy. Is it possible that by studying the ancient Indian texts, we may be able to recreate advanced technology that existed thousands of years ago in India? Ancient astronaut theorists suggest that the texts may also contain